congratulations to all of you guys to begin with. And I'm here to tell a story of a guy who made a choice which costed him a Nobel Prize. It's not a normal thing, right? Getting a Nobel Prize, it's like a lifetime stuff. And I'm going to give a simple solution. It's really simple. Let's begin by asking a simple question. How many of you guys get excited when you see a life-transforming technology that would transform the lives of millions of people? Could you please raise your hands? Okay, I can understand. Okay, let me go to the example. When I come across a technology like portable solar-powered micro cold storage, which could enhance the fragrance and life of a flower by 30 days. Could you imagine? It will enhance the life of a flower by 30 days. And it got featured in Stanford's top 20 innovations of the world. So let's think, if that technology comes to my village, which is having a lot of horticultural farmers who scratch their head how to save these flowers, take it to town and sell it and make some money and make their family happy and improve their living conditions. So I waited and waited, but that wait went on, but the product did not come. But it's not just fair, right? That too, when a solution is existing and people are suffering with the problem, and the solution is not being given to the person, it's not fair. Let me tell the story of the person where I will end with the solution. Do you know, guys, Mr. Edison? Mr. Edison, right? Mostly all of you will be knowing. And do you know Mr. Nikola Tesla? Nikola Tesla. Cool. Mr. Edison and Mr. Tesla both invented few things, and one thing is common in them, in their inventions. Mr. Nikola Tesla invented direct current supply system, which in many ways is technologically more advanced than the alternate current power supply system invented by Mr. Edison. But Mr. Edison is a much better businessman. He started GE, and rest is history. We know how General Electric is doing right now. And Mr. Tesla chose that a different path. He left it like that. He did not make the product reach the masses, his inventions. And it was like that. And to go to the next invention of him, Mr. Tesla was the person who initially invented the radio transmission. But Mr. Marconi took it from him and he got the Nobel Prize. It's because only of one thing, the choice Mr. Tesla made. He thought that he will take the product to the industrial people, industrial customers who are going to pay a lot of money, give him royalties, all the kinds of stuff. But Mr. Marconi took it to the masses. So that brought him a Nobel Prize, right? So it's a choice that costed him an opportunity to win a Nobel Prize. So what is the solution? An innovative product itself is not good. Itself will not win you. It's a myth that it will win you. An innovative product which reaches the masses, that's going to win you. Because why? Somebody invents the product. Because it has to reach the beneficiaries, and the beneficiaries' life has to get transformed. I could not use the word change because after hearing the word transform a lot of times, I cannot use the word change. So it has to transform the lives of people and improve their living conditions, right? So a good innovative product coupled with a good distribution system which reaches the masses, that's gonna win, right? So we are on a mission to make technology accessible to the people. So when you say masses, I'm from India. You know that India is the world's largest country with in terms of youngest population. When you take the youngest population, India is the top. Even though China is having more population than India, but when we say the youngest population, India is on the top. And India is a land, why India? You may ask me, why India? Because India is a place with varied cultures, various languages, various climates. It's like a lot of things. So almost all the products fit the bill there. And there are a lot of beneficiaries for every product you guys invent or your friends invent, somebody invents. So guys, if you are having some kick-ass products and if you want to get it to the Indians, come to us. We'll take it. That's what I'm going to tell you. And who we are. We are Che Hatke. It means like it's a combination of two Indian words from two different languages, which means do different. That's what is in our DNA. We are going to do different. How? Okay, I'm telling that I will take the products to the people, but how? Let's assume that a person from Harvard or Stanford or whatever MIT top university comes to your local village or sometime and tell that, hey, this product is cool. You go, you buy it. You'll get a lot of it will change your life. It will transform your life. You'll get a lot of benefits. You'll get a lot of income. But do they believe you? No, never. Because they'll be having something that, no, this guy is doing it for his own personal benefit. This guy talks about money, markets, all this kind of stuff. So his mind is polluted, right? That's what they feel. So let's assume that a person who is known to him and very well respected by him tells that, yes, this product is really good. It enhances your life. Yes, this guy goes for it. That's what we are doing. We are trying to catch the local people. Only local people who are having huge respect and influence of the people, we are going to tell them about the most innovative product and take it to the masses. We are on that mission, and I could proudly say that we cover 90 million people in India now. We built a network of around 3,000 such individuals who are highly respected and having huge influence on the people of India. It's a matter of time that we spread to entire 1.4 billion Indians. So, if you guys are having really some kick-ass products, come to us. We'll take it to India. Thanks for the opportunity.